So welcome to today's episode of Ozzy's
As he
Gonna
beating the
Die.
shit out of a Vistani.
Okay. Alright. So last wait, did I even do uh
What's going on?
the it's just Ozzy left the group on his horse to catch up with the Vistani.
Ah,
And so we decided to do like just a quick 15-minute session just with him being not with the rest of the group, just to
okay.
save the time for tomorrow,
So that we don't
since
have
he's
everybody
alone.
sitting around like
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay, and I realized I still need to write the game summary for last week and stuff. So blah 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 stuff happened last week, and then there was this. Um, Uh, Invincible told you that he heard some noise, hoofbeats leaving the area. When he went to investigate, he saw a cart with a coffin on it. I don't know if I actually mentioned that in.
so I thought like I guess there's a little bit of a retcon that's happened because I thought the coffin was sitting on the floor.
Yes, it is a retcon. That's why what I was saying. I don't know if I actually mentioned it, but it is going to be a. It was supposed to be on a cart. Uh, so yeah, it's a cart with the coffin on it. Okay. I think I wrote it as the pregame notes, but
Yeah. You
not
put it in the
sure.
pregame notes. That's
Okay,
how I know.
okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, and Invincible says that he saw what looks to be a Vistani on a horse leaving the area, and you see Liam Greyheart's name etched onto the coffin. Um, there doesn't seem to be an undead in it after 1 minute spent by Cloud looking for undead presence in the coffin. Um, so you open it. There's a swarm of bats that come out. They attack Liam, do 3 points of damage, and then they fly away. While pretty much everyone missed their opportunity attacks on them. And
I think Liam got one and killed like
yeah,
two of them or something, or a handful of the
yeah, I
bad.
think he did like 10 damage on them, and they had I think 20 something. So yeah, he killed a bunch of them, but the rest of them just flew away. Um, and yeah, so you jumped on Invincible and said, "Follow that taxi. Follow that draft horse," and you went to look for the Vistani. So you are going as fast as you can, dashing on Invincible with a pretty good speed, if I remember correctly. It's
60, I believe.
60, so you're going at 120 feet every round. Um, and you can see that you're approaching rather fast. The horse that you are starting to see its silhouette in the distance, just as it's about to enter the road that goes into the forest. I wanted to have an animated nighttime, no, well, not nighttime, but like rainy forest background, but I just found one with rocky sides. So let's assume those are uh, just some rocks around
That's
the
fine.
forest.
So am I so based on the screen right now, I'm north, seemingly north of the Vistani guy. Have I passed him,
Um,
or is
no,
he
you're
going
right.
south?
You're right. You're right. You should be on the other side. There you go. Yeah, he's going no. He is going north, and so you're
Okay.
arriving from the south. Um, you're coming in rather fast. He seems to be going at a leisurely pace. Um, what do you want to do?
So I want to catch up to him and literally get in front of him.
Okay. You can do that. I'm just gonna put it in the middle here.
Yeah. Whoa! I fell off my horse.
Whoa. He looks at you. Uh, doesn't seem to really react at your presence, just steers his horse to try and go around you.
So I'm gonna say, hold. Stay right there. Don't move.
He drops the reins, looks at you questioningly. Uh, yeah.
Did you bring that coffin with Liam's name on it over to Castle the Volkswagen?
What?
My brain turned off on the name of the damn castle.
Ah,
Argynvostholt. Were
Argynvostholt.
you the one that brought the coffin over with Liam's name on it to the keep? The weird.
I don't know no Liam. What was the rest of the question?
Did you drop off a coffin in front of the castle or the mansion?
I think so, maybe. You immediately notice that he seems to be quite drunk.
So I'm gonna ask Invincible. Is this the guy that you saw?
Invincible says, nah, maybe, probably, I don't know.
All right. So I'm basically gonna say, get off your horse, buddy.
Get off your high horse yourself. um, should I, like, drop down?
Huh? Yeah, drop down off your horse, man.
Okay. He gets off the horse.
So I'm gonna get off my horse and have Invincible kind of like staring down his draft horse because Invincible's a badass and he's just gonna be. I tell Invincible, I'm like, if you see like him start to make for his horse, you have carte blanche to beat the dog. You know what? Doggy doo doo out of the other horse, so he can't get over.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell him, like, hey, what's the deal? Why did you drop off? Why did you threaten my friend? What was the deal with that coffin?
Did I threaten somebody? I don't
You
remember.
left a coffin with my friend's name on it, filled with bats, in front of that castle.
I'm just a delivery guy person.
Okay. Who had you deliver this?
This what? Deliver
Who had
what?
you deliver the coffin?
Oh, the coffin. Let me see.
You best be honest. This
What-
is
what-
like. So
was
literally,
it you?
I pull out my warhammer and I'm holding it with two hands. Like I don't have my shield. I'm literally holding my warhammer like two-handed in a very threatening manner.
He looks at you. He does not seem to be threatened and says, "Oh, you want me to deliver this nice warhammer? Who should I deliver it to?"
Okay. Hold on a second. Give me one. I'm trying to figure out something really quick. Trying to see what I'm trying to read one of my spells, but I can't. Like it's not like opening up for me.
Which one?
Bane.
Bane.
Just looked it up.
Okay. Up to 3 creatures with a range must make a target that fails his. Wait, one. You should see it now. You can read it.
I'm trying to find something to make him tell the truth,
Oh, that would be Zone of Truth.
which I don't have.
You have, just not prepared, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Second.
The issue is not so much that he's not telling you the truth. It's that he looks kind of drunk and not really understanding what's happening. That's what Ozzy O'Drakenus seems to feel from this guy, basically.
Okay, so question, and this is like just in theory.
Mhm.
If I heal him somewhat, would that diminish the effects of drunkenness?
I would say a restoration, maybe lesser restoration, would do that because it's healing would basically cure wounds. He doesn't have a wound. He is more in a poisoned state, and lesser restoration. Yeah, lesser restoration would be the one to clear poison.
So I want you to come with me. You have some splaining to do to my friends, and I want you to see the impact of what you've done. I view what you did to be a threat against my friend, and I don't. That's unacceptable. Will you come with us?
I didn't do anything.
You dropped off that coffin that was filled with bats that attacked my friend.
Well, then you should go arrest the bats.
Okay, but the bats didn't have anything to do with it. You're the one who put the bats there.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Can I do a non-lethal attack and attempt to just knock him
Knock him down.
out? No, I want to make him
Knock him
unconscious,
out.
but not bleeding out. Like I don't want to kill him, but I want to like knock him out, and I want to take his horse and him and bring him back to the keep or the castle or the mansion.
To knock him unconscious, you would need to drop him to 0 hit points. And sure, you just need to tell me non-lethal blow, and he wouldn't be dead, just unconscious.
All right, so I'm going to, with him being inebriated, do I get advantage on attacks?
Considering that he isn't proficient with the drunken fighting style, I'll say yes.
So he's not a monk? Thank you. That's a little bit of sneaky info. I don't know that you meant to leak that out. All right. I'm going to take a swing at him with my Warhammer two-handed.
It wasn't info that I leaked. I was just making a joke.
I know.
Yeah, go ahead with advantage. Okay. So you...
So, I crit!
Yes, you did.
And again, I said non-lethal damage. I don't want to kill him.
Yes. So he's trying, like he's blabbering at you, and you just take your warhammer and whack on the side of the head, and he just drops to the ground, unconscious. He's not there. Is there a better image for unconscious? I don't know. I really hate Roll20's images. Like token icons, whatever.
So ultimately, what I'm gonna do is I don't have rope or anything like that, but what I'm gonna do is just kind of lay him across his horse, right? Jump on my horse, and kind of guide. How far am I away from the castle?
You ran for maybe about 2 minutes at full dash speed.
So basically, what I'm trying to do is I just want to bring him, the unconscious form of this guy and his horse, back to the... Actually, first I'm going to check his pockets and see if he has any like notes, anything that like a bill of lading or something like that.
Okay, do an investigation check. You're looking at both the Vistana and the horse saddlebags or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that it has saddlebags. At least it has a saddle. Okay, so
I didn't mean to do that for Invincible. Let me do it for me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know that it's gonna make a difference.
I don't know either, but let's see.
It got worse. My horse is better at investigation than me.
Well, uh, yeah, your horse is better at investigation than you. Let me see if I
My horse is
can.
like, hey, Azzy, check over there.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have? I don't. I do not have a loot table. I thought I had one. That's weird. Okay, I'll need to create one. So let's say that you find oh, okay. 1 gold, 7 silver, and 4 copper. You do not find any papers.
I'm gonna leave the gold and stuff like. I'm not gonna loot this guy.
Okay.
Like I'll leave
You're
his
just
money with
looking
him.
for specific.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything that would indicate why he did this. Like, I'm not here to like be a highway bandit, and
Yeah,
rob
I
a
understand.
Vistani guy.
I understand. You find a couple of bottles of wine in his saddlebags, a couple of empty bottles, a half-finished bottle, and no papers, nothing that might lead you to any sort of clue on who he is or why he did that.
Okay, so I'm gonna like kind of drape him across his horse, and kind of get on Invincible and slowly, carefully make our way back to the group and dragging this guy in.
Okay. I'm guessing that you will want to have Iron do a lesser restoration and heal him, things like that, to get.
Well, I assume by the time, he's unconscious, so
Yes.
he's gonna wake up and he will probably have sobered up. Like, I don't know that.
Let me roll a d4 for that. Yeah, he would. It would take him a d4 hours before he wakes up. I have the number here, but you wouldn't know how long it would take before he wakes up.
And so ultimately, getting knocked the F out is gonna, like, in terms of his drunkenness, when he wakes up, he's gonna know, like, okay. Like, I'm assuming he'll be sober. Like, I don't want to assume she's gonna cast a spell on him or anything, because that kind of wastes the spell slot, and I don't think he's worth it. Yeah. So I'm assuming, like, my character assumes, like, I'm gonna get him back there. We're gonna kind of put him. So what I'd like to do is, so I just thought of this. So I'm gonna bring him back, and while and all of this, I'm gonna basically put him in the coffin.
Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna take him and his horse and my horse back. I'm gonna throw him in the coffin and sit. I'm assuming it's not like sealed. Like, he's gonna be able to breathe in his unconscious state. Is that correct?
Or
is it airtight?
No. Don't know if it's airtight.
Okay, so
you could always leave a crack or make a hole.
A crack open. Like, okay. It's gonna feel close to him, but it's a crack open so that he can get air. Because again, I don't want to kill him. Like, I will if I have to, but I don't want to. Like, it's not ideal. So I'm gonna basically chuck him into the cop. Because in my head, on Monday, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I have a present," and I'm gonna open the coffin up, and it's gonna be a passed out Vistani guy in there.
Okay.
So
well, the coffin is next to them back at the mansion. So
I know. So basically, like, I'm just giving flavor. So yeah, bring him back to them, and that's that.
Okay, so the plan is basically, when you finish with the mansion in however long it's going to take, then you'll deal with him afterwards to see what that was about.
Well, no, I think,
because you're not gonna sit and wait for him to wake up and sober up.
Well, so at this point, I thought we're about evening time.
It's around 10 a.m. still. It's really still quite early. Like you woke up basically very early, like 5, 6 a.m. maybe, because you went to sleep almost after sundown, which was 6
Okay, I
p.m.
thought we were
But yeah,
getting
you know.
close to the evening.
Yeah, but
So
anyways,
okay, in that case,
early morning, and you had about 2 hour walk, and then just the time, maybe half an hour tops, 1 hour that you spent in the mansion itself so far.
well, is that including the amount of time we talked to the elf guy that we found and
Yeah, I counted
the
about half
fire
an hour
encounter?
with him.
Holy
The
smokes!
fire
Okay,
encounter
that's fine.
lasted like 10 seconds, basically.
Fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
like what I'll do is I'll bring him back and we can deal with it however we want to deal with it. Like if we decide at this point to take
Hmm.
a short rest
Yeah.
outside, we can, and then he'll wake up in theory, or he'd wake up after a short we'd hope, or we could like slap him awake and try to force him to wake up. But
Yeah,
so we'll take
he would wake up after the 4 hours. It might be 1 hour. It might be four. You don't know. Maybe after a short rest he would wake up. Maybe not yet. That
yeah.
remains
So
to be seen. Yes.
but I don't want to do like a crazy amount of stuff without the group because so I ultimately I
Hmm.
want us as a group to decide the fate of this moron. So I'm gonna bring him back and then we can discuss it like very briefly in the morning, like or not in the morning when I get back. I
Yeah.
can be like, hey, look what I found.
Hmm.
And then if they want to, let's say, take a short rest and chance it, and see if he wakes up, or like my recommendation to them will be, I say we lock him in the stupid coffin, and then when we're done with the mansion, we come out and deal with him. Like we leave a cracker in there for him, and So, but anyways, so that's it. Now, is there anything I need to do to get them back safely to the group?
No, you're just leading the horse and going slowly now. You're not running. And yeah, you come back to where the rest of the people are, and that's about it.
Easy
Let me
peasy.
see. Let me just do a quick little thingy here. There you go. I, did that work or not work? Oh, just roll 20 being crap. Slow. Okay. So there you go. You brought him back with you, and that's where we'll pick up tomorrow with the rest of the team.
Sweet. Thanks, man.
No worries. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.